You wake up, but it feels more like resurfacing from beneath an ocean. Your chest isn't heavy because of your body, it's heavy because something inside has collapsed. You eat, but taste nothing. You speak, but feel unheard even by your own soul. And some days you forget what joy even felt like. This, this grey fog, they call it depression. It isn't simply sadness, it's a fracture in meaning, a rupture in the rhythm between your soul and the world. But I tell you this, you're not broken, you're not beyond repair. Your illness is real, but it's not your identity. I am here not to merely comfort you, but to treat you, to guide you as a vision of your soul. All things, trees, rivers, stars, even your thoughts, move according to balance. The body has its humors, the cosmos has its orbits, and your soul, it too has its own alignment. When the soul falls out of harmony with the body and the intellect, it aches. This ache is not madness, it's the soul's cry for balance. Depression is the result of a disconnection between your desires and your actions, between your intellect and your emotions, between the world inside you and the one outside. The modern world tells you to numb this disconnection with noise or pills, but that's like silencing a fire alarm without putting out the fire. You must not run from the ache, you must understand it. You must treat the soul as you would a wound, with precision, with gentleness, with the truth. Let me give you an image. Imagine a grand palace, one that you forgot you owned. Its doors are shut, windows are clouded. Inside, a prince lies asleep, long forgotten. That palace is your mind, and the sleeping prince is your soul. Now imagine a traveler stumbling into this palace. It's dark, dusty, and silent. But as he walks through it, the candles begin to flicker, curtains slowly rise, and eventually the prince stirs. This is what you must become, a traveler within your own mind. You have abandoned the throne of your own spirit. Depression is not the darkness, it's the absence of your own presence. The cure lies not in escaping the palace, but in reclaiming it. You ask, but how do I reclaim something that I cannot even see? Let us begin with three medicines, not of the body, but of the soul. The first one is intellectual clarity. Confusion breeds despair. Ask yourself, what thought am I believing that darkens my spirit? Is it true? Is it absolute? Most thoughts that depress us are ghosts, vague, shapeless lies we keep feeding. Begin journaling your thoughts. Don't filter, just extract them. Look at them the way a physician studies symptoms. You will see that some beliefs have poisoned you quietly for years. Now let's move to second medicine, that is rhythmic living. The soul thrives in order. You must anchor your days in rhythm. Wake up with the sun, move your body, eat with attention, pray or meditate, speak to the unseen parts of yourselves. And these may sound simple, but depression thrives in chaos and neglect. Just as a garden dies without watering, the soul dies too without daily care. Now let us move to the third and final medicine, which is reawakening of meaning. This is the most difficult one. Depression steals the meaning from all the things, so you must manually restore it. Ask yourself, what action, no matter how small, brings light to someone else's life. What makes me feel alive? Not entertained, but awakened. Do that repeatedly. Even if it feels hollow at first, meaning is not a lightning strike. It's a fire you must build. You may now ask, but what if I do all this and still feel nothing? Then know this: healing is not instant, and you are not failing. A broken arm still aches as it heals. A frostbitten hand stings when warmed. Likewise, when the soul has been numb, its awakening will hurt. This pain is not your enemy. It is proof that something in you is reawakening. Depression lies and tells you, you'll always feel this way, no one understands you, you're alone. But the truth is, no state is eternal. You're already understood by the part of you watching this now. And you're not alone. Your soul is with you, waiting and listening. You see, you never truly were lost, only asleep in a world that stopped calling your name. But I'm calling it now. I'm reminding you of your inner vision, your inner king, your inner healer. So now I ask you, will you rise? Not with fake smiles, not with force, but with intentions. Will you whisper to your own heart, I am not done. I am worth the effort. I will return to myself, not as I once was, but as I was always meant to become. You are not broken, you are unbalanced, and balance can be restored. The soul was made to move toward light, toward love, toward meaning. And if you begin, even today, with one breath, one walk, one kind word to yourself, then I promise to you, the palace will open, the prince will awaken, and the soul will rise. Now, before I leave, so if these words stirred something in you, don't let it fade away. Comment below with, I'm waking up. Let this be your vow, and let us walk this journey together.